How do you deal with trauma? If you ask Google, it'll tell you those basic common answers that we already know. Avoid alcohol, spend time with friends, get good sleep, exercise, get some sun on that pasty ass skin. If you've ever looked up anything ever, these are the remedies. Do they really help you deal with it though? I don't want to say get over it, because you don't just get over a traumatic experience, right? It's traumatic for a reason. Unless you're built like that, then good job, bro, keep doing you. But for the rest of us, there has to be a better or more diverse answer. We're all different and experience different things, so shouldn't there be more methods shoved in our face than the same ones over and over again? Now I'm going to touch on therapy for a second, and you can take it how you will. If you look it up, 70% of the US has experienced some kind of traumatic event, but since 2020, only 30% of adults and 17% of teens have had therapists. Mind you, that's counting how many people say they get worse from therapy and the many others who say they don't experience any change at all. Man, it's like sitting down and talking about everything that's wrong with your life to someone who's paid to listen doesn't work for everyone. Shocker. Can I get a Big Mac?
Anything else?
A 10-piece nugget. But listen, this isn't a video against therapy. If you think it'll help, try it. This is a video against trauma, because we all go through it, and in some way, we all have to deal with it. For me, trauma stemmed from something that happened when my little brother and I were kids. I'll spare you the details, but basically, I sat with him in my arms crying for hours, waiting to see if he'd die. He didn't, thank God, and if you don't think that's traumatic, it's fine. Like I said, it's different for all of us. First off, pause the video. If you can't do 10 jump rope, you're a loser. And because of that moment, maybe you think we grow closer as brothers, be best friends, and I'd become his keeper or something. But it was actually the opposite. I couldn't stand him. I wanted nothing to do with him, and honestly, I want to say I hated him, because that's how it felt. For a while, that was our relationship. Me resenting him for a reason he couldn't remember. I had tied my brother to a negative experience, and therefore, he himself was negative. I'm 24 now, and that shit happened years ago. And it isn't until recently I even realized it was a problem. But as soon as I did, I began taking steps to rectify it. It didn't take a couple $100 of sessions and a shrink. Cut out the middleman and self-analyze. You're gonna be stronger and a better person if you can ask yourself why you feel a certain way and what events or people led you to that conclusion. Against inside and outside forces, you are your first line of defense. If someone took your happiness, you're responsible to get it back. And I could talk about how you should believe in God, but it's 2024. If you're still an atheist at this point, there's no help for you. What do you think? You're cool? Oh, I don't believe in God. What the fuck is... And believe me when I say I'm being as lighthearted as I can. People go through things that can range from small to astronomical, depending on who you ask. This isn't an instruction manual on how to deal with your trauma. It's a wake-up call for you to deal with your trauma, period. Not doing so is only gonna hurt you in the long run. You could end up pushing away people that you never should, like I did with my brother, or missing out on relationships you deserve, whether that be with family members or best friends. Lastly, don't use your trauma as a crutch. It can only work for so long before the real world shows its ugly, misshapen eyebrow face and starts to bear down on you, kicking your ass for real, and it doesn't care about what you went through before. Your future will not be short of bad days. They're coming, and these days can behold even more traumatic experiences. If you can't handle shit from years ago before this new shit pops up, what the fuck are you gonna do? Don't be caught with your pants down. Fight it. If you think you need a therapist, fine. If you need to confront someone who's wronged you in the past, work your way up to that. But don't live under the delusion that someone's coming to save you, or that you need to wait for me, your mom, or anyone to get you started on a path that you should already be walking. To do so is not only a testament to yourself, but to people you love around you. Because you are better, they too shall be. That's what it means to be exemplified.